What's up, guys? No misses here. Thank you guys for the support. We grew a whole 3 subscribers. It doesn't matter how much there is, much growth. It's still growth. We're still on that grind every day, trying to make your days better with this 20-minute video. So make sure to subscribe and make sure to comment. So the Golden State Warriors are looking like the Golden State Warriors right now. I mean, they're looking like the old Golden State Warriors before KD. I mean, they're not as deadly as an offense, but defensively they are decent. They're currently, when I'm making this video, they're 6-5 and they're the 7th in the West. They were struggling very early. I mean, they're second right now in pace, and they have the 22nd offensive rating and the 19th defensive rating. I mean, the team's been decent. Steph Curry's had to really carry this team, and people were doubting him. I know like Damien Lee is my favorite player, but I heard like where Steph Curry was better than Damian Lillard was better than Curry, and even as a Damian Lillard fan, that is absurd. I'm like, Curry's the top 3-point guard ever, while like Dame is like a top maybe 15, 16. Yeah, no, it's not even close. Stop. So yeah. I mean, he's carrying the team. Most of the games that the Warriors have won, he's had to put up 30 points. So, or 30 points or more. He had that career 62 point game. Well, not career, but he basically a career night. And he just has to play at an MVP level, but I don't see this man winning MVP anytime soon. Historically, there's not that many players that could do it and win like MVPs back to back within like distant years. But yeah. So what they're doing is they're playing like half of their plays are old Golden State off ball Steph Curry, and yeah, it's just old Golden State off ball Steph Curry with Draymond as a ball handler, and then Wiggins or Oubre setting picks or Wiseman setting picks to get Steph Curry open. And then the other half is like ISOs and pick and rolls with Green, Wiseman, or Oubre. So yeah, like I could see what I really would want to see is like handoff plays. Handoff plays would probably be the best plays for them. I mean, I think Steph Curry. I think if you could use those handoff plays with Steph Curry, then I think you will be able to get him open more. I was watching the Toronto Raptors versus Golden State Warriors. He struggled in that game. I think the Toronto Warriors have kind of known how to guard Steph Curry, and let's just hold him down. I mean, like, if you watch the game, you can see them holding him down. And the refs won't catch that most of the times because they're usually looking at the ball handler and never really at Steph Curry. But if you saw Curry after the game, he was bleeding, he was scratched up, dude was bumped up. He had bruises all over his arms and everything. So, I mean, if the Raptors could get away with that defending him, then yeah, they found a good way to defend him. So yeah, now it's time to talk about the pieces surrounding Steph Curry. Green. I mean, let's talk about the struggling players. Oubre. Oubre's shooting really bad from 3. I mean, like, I think it's really, really bad. He's been able to shoot from 3 his previous years. Last year he shot like 34% from 3, and he's been a pretty decent shooter when he was in Phoenix and he was in Washington. He was always a 34-35% 3-point shooter. But this man is like taking 5 and making 1 a game. He's like shooting like 20% from 3. And I want him to keep shooting that because he has a history of making 3s or shooting them at a decent rate, at a league average rate. And I want him to shoot 3s. And there was a point at the end of the game where Steve Kerr took him out and they put in Damien Lee, and like I saw that because Damien Lee he's a better shooter, but than Oubre, but I've always liked Oubre ever since he was drafted and everything. So I just hope he just gets in the rhythm. If he continues to shoot, I think he'll just get out of the slump. Remember, he's a new player into a new system that's never been like this organized. I know that Oubre played with the Phoenix Suns, which was a better more organized, but it's also like Phoenix Suns without like CP3 and all them. So I don't know how good they would be. But I think if you give Oubre, I think if we're not seeing improvement from his three by the mid year, then I would be starting to worry really bad. But on defense, he's been average. I mean, he's 6'7", wing defender with a long wingspan, and very athletic. So they're able to switch and all that. So that's a Golden State thing. Switch a whole bunch of stuff, and he could probably switch 1 through 4, and so his other teammates can. And then let's talk about his teammate Wiggins. Wiggins has been playing good. He always does this though. Wiggins always does this where he plays good and he puts up decent stats and he looks like a contributor and he's just not a stat filler. But he always does this for the first 20 games, maybe 30 games, where it's like, okay, maybe this year Wiggins could get it. But the difference this year is that he was never really good defensively when he was playing with the Wolves. Offensively he was, at the beginning of the year, he would step up and all that, and then he would just decline. But offensively this year, he seemed to be able to get that, play really good defense. Like the Warriors and Toronto game, he had like 5 blocks. Even though like the blocks don't really matter, he's just been able. He could switch 1 through 4. Like I said with Oubre, you have 2 big wing defenders that can switch 1 through 4, and it's just really good when you just can switch everything to protect Curry. And I think that's the biggest. I think that's why they're, and I can see their defense. I can see their defense rating be in the top 10 defense. I wouldn't be surprised especially if Draymond Green could get back into. I wouldn't say he would get back into that defensive player of the year, but I could see him getting back into like a top defender in the NBA. So yeah. Wiggins has been a good second option on the Warriors right now. I mean, he's been putting up 20 points on decent efficiency. He's shooting a career high from 3, which is 39%. Like I said, he always does this at the beginning of the year, so let's see if we could keep it up. But on the defensive side, they've been pretty good. And then you could kind of see this. Steve Kerr isn't the only one coaching them. You could also see, if you watch the games, you could also see Draymond Green. You could see Draymond Green coaching them, and you could see Draymond Green coaching Oubre. You could see Draymond Green coaching Wiggins and the rookie Wiseman. I mean, he's that heart and soul of that team, and he's been an improvement on these younger players, and it's just I could see the steady improvement where I could see these 3. I can see these 2 wings and this rookie being a really good defensive solid unit around Curry. And now let's talk about Wiseman. I mean, Wiseman is the starting center for this team. He doesn't play that many minutes, but dude looks better. People were going to the draft like he's like Hassan Whiteside, and like he jumps too much. He doesn't really play defense. He's just looking for the blocks and everything. But he's been pretty defense. Like I said, Draymond Green's been teaching him how to play defense and everything. But there's this play that I'm very interested in. That the Warrior, I don't know if it's a play, but it's a fast break where Wiseman would grab the rebound. Usually he would pass it to Draymond or Curry. But he just runs it up the court, and by the time the defense is on back, Wiseman's already at half court and the defense isn't set. And this, I think, and every time I've seen this fast break, it's either occurred into a foul or a layup or dunk for Wiseman. And I think it doesn't. It's not a very impactful play. It's showing me that Wiseman isn't this Hassan Whiteside, Mark Gasol, Clint Capella type of player where he can't go off the dribble or he's absolutely useless after the rebound. And so yeah, that's it just shows that he can move, and that's seeing that movement and seeing that athleticism when he's dribbling the ball just has good signs, and it tells you how much potential he has. And defensively he hasn't been bad either. I mean, he's like averaging a block a game, good for a rookie, and he's shown the ability. I wouldn't say he's good at it, but he's shown the ability to guard some smaller players on the perimeter and defensive. And we already kind of knew he was like a defensive rim protector during the draft. So yeah, he's been pretty good. I think he would just be right now. He's like the top 3 rookie right now. I mean, you have the big 3, and then you have Halliburton, like I said in previous videos. But I think he's like I don't see him winning Rookie of the Year, but I could see this man winning. I could see this man being a runner-up or 3rd in Rookie of the Year, just because of a solid foundation. He's just a solid foundation in a solid place. And then we got Draymond. I mean, Draymond's gonna he's like the heart and soul of the Warriors. He's gonna do what he's gonna do. Not shoot good from 3. It's fine. It's a little scary when Oubre is not shooting good from 3 and Draymond doesn't shoot and can't shoot good from 3. So that's a little scary, and that makes the lineup a little less effective. But defensively, around Steph Curry, this unit is a very good defensive team. I could see this being a top 10 rating team. And then you have Damien Lee, who's been a good surprise. I mean, Damien Lee has been a very good surprise off the bench. Good shot creator on a cheap contract, and then I think he's just a good shot creator and shoots good from 3, and just a good shooter. And he hasn't been able to go off the dribble constantly, but you could see some type of dribble potential. But then you have Eric Pascal. He's okay off the bench. Small player, not really good from 3, but good high energy player, pick and roll player, decent. Just a very solid player off the bench. So yeah. All right, that's my I could see this team honestly making the playoffs. I don't see this team as a top 5 team with how the shaping's working out, but this team would be a deadly team in the playoffs, and I would be afraid of playing them because I feel like the 3rd through 8th seed could probably be like 4 games apart, and they could be so evenly matched that I feel like this 3rd seed would be a nightmare for a 3rd seed right now, for like the Jazz or the Denver Nuggets, who struggle defensively. And I just could see this could just be a bad matchup for any team. And this team, it could go Steph Curry, as we all know, could go off any day or any day and have a career night, as we've seen this year. But yeah, so if you guys want to subscribe, comment, and no misses out. Peace.